welcome back. So I'm gonna touch something a little different today, since I know I've been at least I feel like my previous videos are probably getting a little too Like, don't get me wrong, I like enjoying talking about my life and all, but at the same time, I don't want to give too much negative energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. How do I put this without sounding like? I'm not too sure how to put this. I don't want to give off too much energy, like everything in existence just like sucks. It already does. That's why each of us need to make our days better the way we can. So why not do something a little different? At least for a couple of my videos I'm going to be doing, I want to try something a little different. So when I actually introduce y'all to my projects and stuff, it might feel a little better. I don't mind people knowing me as a person. I genuinely don't mind. That's actually one of the main things I would like to have on my channel, is for someone to, or if not more than one person, to know who I am. But let's go past this right now. So I am about to do something a little different with y'all today. Something a little fun. I'm about to show off one of my greatest skills that anyone is even capable of, or well, not everyone, because apparently there is some people in the world that does not have the power of imagination. Now, let's get this cooking, right? What if I went to a furry convention? Now, I never seen this vision, I'm not gonna lie. But let's say, randomly, I just suddenly do in the future. This is the setting I'm making. This is the setting. I am bringing my friends. And the main three I'm mainly with, right? It would be funny if I actually be more in the future. But hold on, let's not think about that right now. I gotta stay on focus. I gotta stay on top of the scenario. I'm bringing the three friends I got with me. That's my ultimate rule, right? So Celios, Gale, and Jev. Now, I have to treat this like it's a normal day while I'm talking, alright? I can't sit here and I have to treat this like I'm actually about to get up. So, let's go. This is how I think this should play out, alright? Recently, there was talks of a con somewhere online. Jev wants to check it out. Me, I'm sitting here like, I don't know. And it's just like, he think it could be fun, full suit and all. Even though he always I think a head and paws. But yeah, he's just like, it'll be fun. You should try it out. So then I'm like, all right, everyone, let's get a suit or whatever, right? And then, even though I'm pretty sure those take days, let's pretend that we already have it ready. So each of us have our suits, besides me, right? Because I rather look like my neophyte version of my character, or at least the first start, where he just has the wings and tail of what he becomes later. But I think that might be so I could always look kind of like the ultimate strongest kaiju in fiction. Then again, I probably should get in full suit. I like to show off my skin. I'm black. I'm black, and I'm proud to be. We totally don't have racist members in the furry fandom. We're all very caring and very supportive of each other. It just can't be possible. Our fandom can't be racist, right, guys? Right? Okay, in all seriousness, let me stop and get serious. So let's just say I get full suited, right? So I guess I can fit in with everybody else, because I guess you need to be full suit or whatever. Me, Gale, Celios, and Jeff are now all full suit. We sitting here ready to go to this con while I have my phone ready. And then let's just say I have more followers on social media or whatever. I sat there and I make a post like, all right, I'm about to, check out a con, which is something I would normally do now, because I like to, blog about my entire existence or talk about it. So, of course, somewhere on my socials that I suddenly start doing, and I now only post on YouTube, I decided to mention I'm going to a con. Now, I feel like more possibilities would happen. I could be wrong. I probably shouldn't gloat myself like that, but I feel like more possibilities might happen from that. But I'm going to just stay middle ground a bit. So we head to this con, and the first thing that I would try to do is see if I can get us a room set. Me, I like to pre-plan things. I don't like going somewhere without knowing what to do. And apparently cons have rooms, or there's rooms in certain places. So I would need to figure out where me, Gale, and Jev, and Celios is going to be at. Those will always be important factors to me. What we'll be doing, where we'll be going, and how. So, with that in mind, I'm about to turn Mr. Chaos Boss mode. Yeah, I know. I already feel like I need to have some self importance, loving myself. That I'm gonna start being in everyone else's ear because I genuinely care about their well being and where they are and where, how it's gonna, their safety pretty much. Let's say we get to this con now. Finally, we're here. We're set. I have everything preset, and maybe Jeb and Celios wants to go do something, and so does Gil when they go check out something, right? Now, I'm about to be in everybody notifications. I'm going to be in their ear. I don't know if like you have your phone around with you or if they have like a suit pocket or whatever. It would be cool if suits got pockets so I could just like, but then yeah, how can you type on your phone? Oh, this is kind of goofy. Okay, so let's say we don't have pockets and there's no way we can carry our phones around. I am going to be making sure we have a safe spot then. I'm going to pick somewhere at that con that counts as a safe spot. What I mean by safe spot, I mean like a point, a zone to go back to when everyone's lost. Because I get like concerned so quickly and easily if I don't know where people are at. Like if you're with me, I would make sure that your safety is 100% important, right? So I'm gonna be like, yeah, I need you at this point at this specific time so we can meet up again. Is that cool? Now, I'm a hope they follow that rule because I'm about to be the most maddest friend on earth. So I let them go do their thing, and now we're back to me. So I don't know if they would or not leave me alone. I feel like they probably would, but I would just, chill. Now, knowing my personality already, I may seem like an extrovert, but I be telling my friends like I do have social anxiety. It's just like I don't really show it like that, and I cloud it with my persona, of course. So I know it's probably still gonna be hard to believe, regardless, but I really do cloud how I feel about things. So I'm in a new location, and I know I don't get out the house much at all. So this is gonna be a little frightening for me because now I'm at a space where everything is gonna feel unknown to me. I don't know like where to go, but I pre-planned this beforehand. Now I might do what I normally do, probably just if I have like a cool suit and stuff, I might just I guess like act cool in the lobby or whatever. Just swing around my character's rapier and staff like I'm like I'm him, or I might get questions about like the cross and all that stuff around my neck and the like wondering what I am. But other than that, it's like yeah, I might just sit there and show off, right? Because I feel like that's the only thing I really can do, since I am afraid of trying to at least go out and try to make discussion at times. It's either that or I'm going straight to my room. But I don't know if conventions have like certain places or certain spots to go to. And if that's a thing, maybe I'll go to something that's like more befitting for like me. For example, my character's like obviously the strongest kaiju in fiction, but his main attribute is this T-Rex head, right? Well, the obvious horns in his face. But people might just confuse him for a dragon anyway, which is supposed to be a plot point to my story where most characters would think just a dragon of some sort, and Chaos is like, I'm a dinosaur, and it's like, then why do you have wings? Are you saying dinosaurs can't have wings? Only for him to realize later, like, oh, I'm a kaiju, because he's like a hybrid, right? And so when heading to one of these meetings, hopefully I get to have a good experience, because this would be my first time heading to a con and meeting some very interesting people. It's a new location. I haven't been there before, so I'm going to be a little, startled. Now, within my lonely scenario, honestly, I don't know what people do at cons. You just like go around. Knowing me, my fat ass is gonna go somewhere to eat, right? I'm just gonna be flat out honest and say it. I'm going somewhere to eat, hands down. Like I am a monster. I'm pretty sure there's food somewhere there, so I'm most definitely finding that first. But who knows? I might encounter Gale or Jev or Celios. Celios most likely to be with Jev, observing all the cool art and fursuits. Because I'm pretty sure Jev is like really interested in like art and all that stuff. Probably get some cool stuff from the cons to buy and such things like that. And we'll be sitting there like, all right, cool, and give them thumbs up while I continue my thing. Or they might just stop me and just like have a conversation or attack me along with them. because I don't think Celios is a big fan of letting me go alone, which I think is kind of contradictory to what I said earlier. But who knows, right? He probably might think I want to do something legitimate. I don't know. I shouldn't treat like the situation of how we act online the same way IRL. I'm pretty sure it might be entirely different, but I just know that I keep myself consistent online and IRL. There's a reason, right? Because I want people to know the real me. But that's a side tangent. Sorry. Let's just say it's getting somewhere around, the time where everyone's supposed to meet up. I wait at my safe zone. I'm there, waiting for them. Wondering why it's taking us so long. And I wait a bit, and then eventually we all do catch up, meet each other, and then they start telling me their little stories of what they had to do in the con. Who knows where Gale went? He's a mysterious one at that. He could have did anything at any point in time, so we're not going to talk about him. Next, apparently, I'm pretty sure con's going for like 3 days. So if I'm correct, day 2, Gale would probably introduce me to something, which I might decline because I feel like I really do feel like Gale, Celios, and Jev might do some things that's like a bit strange to me. And what I mean by strange is like they go mess around with stuff, and knowing me myself is like, nah, because the intimidation within me is just like kick it off to its high degree, because I like to sit back and act chill, even though I would love to be a part of something, right? It's a strange gamble. I suck it up and be like, all right, I break the comfort zone and join up on them. I might actually have a good time. Let's just say you pick like a random ballroom, everyone dancing, partying, and having fun. I'm just that weird guy at the punch bowl. I'm just the weird guy at the punch bowl, just doing my thing, looking cool, and then Gale would try to get me to have fun, which I can't because I feel strange. It's a whole bunch of individuals. I don't know who they are. I don't mind them. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I can't, do my thing, but I don't want to seem awkward. But see, if I really take time to think about it, right? Realistically, I shouldn't feel awkward because I'm in a room full of people that are awkward. Everyone is going to be strange and awkward and weird. So eventually, I do my little goofy style of dancing. Fun fact: I envision how I would actually dance, and sometimes I actually do it IRL. It's not really a dance per se, but it's a specific way of movement. I think my friends seen me did it before when I was playing Gygus with them. I forgot what I called it. It was something dance. I just called it the chaos dance because I didn't know what to give a style like that, because it's just me doing a certain motion within a specific loop. Do not give me full body tracking because you guys are wondering what am I doing. But let's say that I get tired of partying for a bit, and then I would go back to the room, and while I'm heading there, something strange happened. A random event. So this random event was sudden because I get to encounter someone new. Now, me, my business, thinking that I'm about to go back into my room quietly because this entire con, most likely when it comes to people, has been could have been possibly quiet for me. And suddenly, boom, a fan of mine. And I'm sitting there confused because they said hi and all that, and I'm like, oh, hello. And they said, I really wanted to meet you. And I'm like, wait, what? And that would catch me off guard, but I'll find it very flattering. I would say hi and, conversate with them. It's going to be a strange ordeal. Actually, no. Let's make this a little bit more exciting. I would get ready to head to my room, but someone was at the door. I was confused why, but I didn't question it. As I was heading towards it, the person would say hi to me. And I would say hello. And they introduce themselves. I introduce myself. And then they just let me know they're actually a big fan of my work and who I am. I would say thank you. I'll find it very flattering. And see if I can strike a conversation with them, See what they know, see what they're about, and see who they are. Would it be a strange encounter? Oh, yeah, but honestly, it'll feel like a very nice one. I mean, would you not feel flattered by someone wanting to see who you are, meeting you in person? As long as it's not anything crazy. I mean, I really don't mind it much at all. They, me and the fan go about our business and talk for a little bit before I have to go back to my little safe zone and check see if Everyone's there. If the fan stays around long enough, they could probably meet Gail, Jeff, and Celios. But we're gonna skip that part. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. We're gonna throw that out the window. There's stories all over the place. I promise you. When I write stories, there's a pinpoint. There, everything is like very specific. Of course, it's a scenario where I gotta make a possibility real life scenario of what's gonna happen. When I write stories, there's always a one point. There is no is ands depending on characters' interactions or how they act towards. I'm really good at doing that. But see, I'm not working with characters here. I'm working with real life people and potential possibilities. But let's say for now, that fan, of course, would have to go because they have their own friends they have to get back to. I get to the safe point. I get to meet my friends again. We go back to our rooms. Now, for some reason, this time of night, Gail and Celios are having a talk. They're sitting there laughing and enjoying themselves along with Jeff. I'm sitting there trying to sleep. Now, me being a good friend, I would hate to tell anyone to be quiet, right? So I would just sleep there, and mind my business. I mean, who knows what they would do? I feel like they would probably do something way worse than be loud. For all I know, I don't know. I don't know if it's like as far as I know them, I don't know if they'll do anything that involves like alcohol or whatever. Because I'm about to be the most I'm about to be mad because if they plan to like get tipsy and then be annoying, bro, I'm signing up for another room. I'm so serious, bro. I'm signing up for another room. Y'all is not catching me in my room with them being loud like that, right? I refuse to be in the same room with the same people that's about to sit there and have a blast. Well, I'm about to sit here and try to lay down. But knowing me, I'm going to attempt to sleep through all that anyway. Because, I appreciate my friends. I sleep through it. Eventually, they go to sleep. I get my rest. The final day appears because conventions, for some reason, last only 3 days. I don't take initiative still because all that matters to me is the adventure with my friends and the good time I will have. As the final day happens, they all wanted to do something together, suggested by either Celios or Gale. Most likely Celios, though, because he's the king of making sure everyone do something together, right? Or actually no, I think all my friends do that, especially Celios and Jeff. But I feel like Gale will probably do something like that as well. Because I think Gale is like kind of like on my energy, but of course he's the guy that doesn't mind, right? He's willing to be down for anything. I'm willing to be down for anything, but with like caution. And then Celios and Jeff is just like, all right, run it, they just go for it. While they get themselves set, right? I get myself set too. I keep forgetting the real life scenario. I didn't even mention like what happened on day 2. Did we go to sleep? Yes, we went to sleep on day 2. Suits on and off. BS. We do the same thing for day 3. Everyone gonna say suits ready, and then we walk out. Now, I wish I knew like everything that happens at conventions. I'm pretty sure there's like a whole bunch of videos on the internet that literally shows or at least tells what a convention does. But 9 times out of 10, I just find out like there's just like different parts to a convention that are so cool. They will either sell merchandise, art. They would have parties, have a ballroom. It seems like a good time. It's like actually going to like some. Actually, I don't know an example. If I say anything that's like remotely party related, I think it'll be insulting to a furry convention. You know what I'm saying? Like comparing it to like any like place like Chuck E. Cheese or like any party place would actually be kind of an insult. At least that's what I think it is, right? I think it'll be a little bit of an insult because there's a variety and there's a diversity between all of us. But since I don't know that much, I'll just say the 4 of us actually do something together on the final day. What I think would happen at the final parts of this con, I think, since I'm not a guy that explores much, kind of, I guess, and I know, right, I'm the planner. I should be aware of what's going somewhere here and there, right? But of course, within this what if scenario, and not knowing what actually happens in that real con, it's kind of iffy. You know what I mean? So I think at the end we will have our fun, chill and do our thing, make some laughs, have photos, have some memories. I don't know who'll be holding the camera, but have photos and do our thing, right? And then finally, after all this time, now since I'm not a guy that will probably go out searching for items and then picking them out because I'm very I don't really like I'm not really a hunter for certain things. I'm not the type of person that like I don't need a cool fit to leave out the door. I don't need cool shoes. I'm not that kind of person, right? If I just need what I need, then I go on. And I think that's probably the one attribute about me that many people don't realize. I don't tend to go and look good or fancy realistically. So I think what my friends would do is probably get me a gift that I think I would like because it's probably things that they've seen them like, oh, Chaos will probably really like that. And then they'll just like give it to me like either during like the days or like at the end of the at the con. Now watch me actually go to a real con and then that just doesn't no, because I'm so serious. If I actually went to a real con, I'm most definitely gonna like talk about it. Like I'll make sure like on those 3 days, I'll have my phone on hand, and when I get back to my room, I start talking into it like it's a tape recorder. Like I'm so serious. Nobody does not know. But then I think after that, no say your goodbyes, hugs, go home, and all the other things. You know. Well, what about the fan that I saw earlier? Well, I don't know if I will encounter them again or not when I leave, since they will probably know where I would be heading to anyway. Since I don't know if like every FurCon has like only one door, but I'm pretty sure there's multiple doors. But if I do see them, I would say goodbye and then I don't know. Welcome to the end. That was my what if experience if I was in a FurCon. Pretty light. Like never actually been to one. Maybe I should go learn about them and then I could probably say something a little bit more in depth. There's not much because I'm pretty sure FurCon's are way more fun than what I described here. I mean, I think it's pretty casual and wholesome a bit to me. You know, having a good time with friends. What if I went alone? Yeah, I'm cooked. If I went to a FurCon alone, I'm cooked. I'm just gonna flat out say it, bro. I am like I'm literally going to be shivering into my boots. I'm cooked. Like y'all, I know y'all heard what bacon sound like on a pan. That will be me when I'm alone, bro. There's just no winning. I'm going to fold faster than paper. Origami, Paper Mario Origami King. Enough of my rambling. I finished up. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.